following is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Good Friday morning, everybody. Welcome into Mornings on Main Street. Yeah. On this beautiful Friday, May 20th, 2022. Bam, hit it again. Oh, yeah. Well done, guys. Well done. All right, welcome into the show, my friends, on this happy Friday. Man, we're already halfway through the month of May. It's crazy, isn't it? Welcome into the show. Another fun show for you today. All local, all positive. A good time in my new chair, relaxed, sitting back. Got the new camera light on me up there. It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive, my friends. Fun show for you today. Coming up at 7:15, we're talking about a 5K happening in Mount Juliet tomorrow for True Rescue, a great rescue organization in Mount Juliet. It's called the Whisker Walk. We'll have that for you. 7:30. We don't go outside Middle Tennessee a lot, but there's this thing that going on with Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher, which is just absolutely chaotic. The cat fight they've gotten himself into, and we're going to bring in our good friend Johnny Franks to talk about that. It's what everybody's talking about. Whether you like sports or not, people are talking about what Nick Saban said the other night, and Johnny's going to help us kind of get through all the muck and figure out what the heck is going on. At 7:40, our good friend Alan Bell from CBS Sports Line to join us. Another big weekend coming up with sports. We'll talk to Alan with that. As we do every day at this time, let's bring in one of the fresh faces in TV, the TV Guide calls the rising star of 2022. One of the rising stars.
One of them.
Yeah, the intern. How are you, Pumpkin?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Had a good birthday yesterday. Solid birthday.
Where did we go eat last night?
We went and ate at the Coolix.
Oh,
yep.
How'd you get? That place is packed.
I know.
How'd you get in?
Right up front. We tipped the bouncer.
Maitre d'.
Maitre d'.
There's not a bouncer. There's a bouncer at a restaurant. You're at a bad restaurant. I'll tell you that right now. Just remember that.
He's like,
Put it on the tape, Joe.
I gave him money and he was like, "Okay, go in."
Yeah, so you tipped the maitre d'.
Yes, I did.
So man, Coolix has got 5-star ratings on Yelp.
Yelp.
They do, man. Well done.
Thanks.
You must have a connection there.
I do. Just a little one. That's my daddy.
Oh, Papa intern. What do you make you Hot Pockets?
No, he made me steak T-bone.
Did he really?
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, he's quite the cook. That
my dad would make me that.
I'll make it. We'll make it together.
We will make it together.
Yeah.
That's like a song. That's like a That's like a Tuesday night ABC 7:30 comedy.
We're gonna make it
together. Together. We can make it together because we're all messed up.
Yeah.
We are, man. All right, so you and I have a late night tonight. For those wondering what we do when we're off the air, we've got to go see the zoo, the night vision tonight. So we got to be over there 8:00 tonight.
Yeah, I know it. Right when the sun goes down, you'll see the Big Joe and the intern.
Now, you've already been over there, so I don't want you to tell me anything because I've got a different spin on a story. Devin did a great story over there, but we're going to do a different story tonight, and I got a great idea what we're going to do.
I'm excited. I always love it whenever you don't tell me until we get there.
Yes.
And I really mean that. I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah. I'll tell you tomorrow what we're going to do tonight.
All right. Sounds good.
That makes sense.
Yes.
You are just you're a pumpkin. I mean, you are a rascal.
My mom got me this shirt, so I had to wear it today.
Nice. Somebody's been to Ross.
Yeah, Ross dress for less. My friend always says the whole thing. Ross dress for less.
Well, I would get rid of that friend.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't really have friends, so.
Yeah, who's that? That dumb Michael Camp guy?
No.
I'd like to fight I'd like to fight one of your friends. Just one. I don't know which one. You pick one, I'll fight him.
I will grab the one.
I don't care who it is. All right, here's the latest edition of Main Street National e-editions right to your inbox every weekday. It's fantastic. All right, we get this story. We got all kind of great story. Trending video. 2-year-old orders 31 cheeseburgers. Texas mom was stunned when she discovered their 2-year-old son had grabbed her unlocked phone and ordered himself 31 cheeseburgers via DoorDash. Mom, I'm calling BS on this. But let's see what the story says. My good friend Michael Strahan is going to tell us about this.
Love Michael Strahan.
And now, how a 2-year-old Texas boy stunned his mom, Kelsey Golden, when she discovered Barrett had grabbed her unlocked phone and ordered himself
That's how he'd hamburgers in my diaper and just munch.
On the delivery app DoorDash. The mom thought her son had just been taking selfies until she got the burger bill, $91, including, the kid's a good tipper, 18% that he gave the driver. As for the burgers themselves, he only ate half of one cheeseburger. So mom took to social media begging her friends in the community to come pick up a free
probably his best friend.
I still can't figure out how he did it, but good for him, I guess.
Could have been a whole lot worse. And I know we got to talk about what's coming up, but since you've been asking, Robin, there are you.
That has nothing to do with the story. All right, anyway. Okay, so he gets it. Why was the mom rolling on? Is that a door camera, a ring camera out there?
If it was in a really bad place.
Let's see this again. I got questions about this. I think
and
mom
now,
is.
How
let's see this. Where's the camera?
Taking selfies.
Yeah, what's that view there?
Yeah, all right. What? Yeah.
Because if it's on your, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's not really showing the door.
Yeah.
So methinks this was all a setup.
It might be. The dude there, the kid that went up in the balloon. Remember?
Nope.
The parents said that he got trapped into
until she got the burger bill, not on the delivery app DoorDash.
A balloon.
The mom thought her son had just been taking selfies.
So the camera's tilted.
She got the burger bill, $91.
It's not showing the door. Shows the driveway though. So I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But
that he gave the driver. As for the burgers themselves, he only ate half of one cheeseburger. So mom took to social media begging her friends in the community to come pick up a free.
Oh, okay. All right. This made me laugh because that's something that I would do now with my, sit on my diaper and do all that stuff. That's crazy, man.
It is. That's wild. Good for that kid.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Soldier Recovery Unit from Fort Campbell to ride Tour de Nash this weekend. Ashley Perham with the story. The 18th annual Tour de Nash. I had no idea this was the 18th annual.
Me neither. I didn't know there were 17 other ones I could have won.
Yep, you could have, man. But you like to wear your little tight biking shorts anyway. Just don't wear those to the office.
That's true. Yeah. Not even when I'm cycling.
Please just stay away. Is a ride, not a race. Right here is a ride, not a race.
Got it.
So whatever you try to do, get away from us. Seriously, just don't wear your biking shorts to the office anymore.
That was a nice segue. Absolutely. I'll try not to.
Yeah.
I just have 7 completely pressed and clean for each day of the week.
Let's get him out of here. This is an awful story. This was the Tina arrested in the deadly MTSU shooting after Riverdale graduation the other night
about this
at Murphy Center. Just an awful story. Evidently they expected more arrests too as well. So.
They said it was random.
I don't know. But I know you had thoughts and prayers, but seriously, I mean, prayers to that family and everything that happened. Nobody wins in that situation. Just awful.
Right after graduation.
Tennessee Public Colleges to freeze tuition for next school year. You know who else was frozen?
Who's that?
Ted Williams. They froze his head.
Did they really?
Yeah,
I heard they froze.
He did that cryogenic thing where you can come back in 100 years.
Yeah.
So in addition to this headline should say, in addition to Ted Williams, Tennessee Public Colleges to freeze tuition for next school year.
Also Ted.
Did they put that in a little box and you put it in a little refrigerator?
Maybe we can edit it in there.
We could. That's your job for today.
All right.
Here's your pothole report. What do we got that's going to affect us tonight? I-24. I-24's always got construction. So that's going to happen tonight.
Yep.
Anything out here in Rayon City? Bridge repair on the bridge over there. You try to get back and forth to your CrossFit workout.
Oh, no, not Orange Theory.
So be careful, please.
All right.
Clarksville mayor proposes $144 million budget. You ever proposed anything?
No, not even close.
You ever proposed like anything? Like to a girl?
No.
You propose like we go out to dinner or something?
Propose the Mater D, yeah.
Oh,
I got a proposition for you.
State honors 2 Wilson County schools in the voting record. Have you voted yet?
No.
In an election or anything? I don't care who you voted for.
Oh, you mean like ever in my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have before, yes.
All
once.
Right. I don't care who you voted for as long as you vote.
Yeah.
Okay, this way, Charles Lindbergh takes off for Paris 95 years ago, the headline in the National Banner. It's fascinating to read this story, too, because, again, they put 17 stories on the front page there.
Right.
But they called Lindbergh the Flying Fool.
What?
And the story says over here, stories written in chunks from different parts of the world, including Nova Scotia, where Lindbergh's gray plane, the Spirit of St. Louis, had flown over that afternoon. Now, I've seen the Spirit of St. Louis in the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum, and I couldn't fit in it. And there was like 19 barrels of gas in there, too, to get him over there. But look, according to the story, 5 times in the runway, which he needed to make speed to take off, he's close to disaster, twice by inches. As his plane was climbing, are you yawning over there?
No.
Please don't yawn.
Sorry.
It barely cleared a string of telegraph wires. Before that, it almost struck a road scraper as he was attempting to get off the ground.
What's a road scraper?
It's a thing that scrapes the road.
Oh, okay.
So he made it all the way over to Paris. Well done.
Petty.
He had no Walkman. He had no iPhone.
That's not a fun nickname. Flying Fool.
Oh, he's one of the most influential and popular men in American history.
You mean like they mean it like, oh, he's a flying fool.
Like, why is he doing this? He's not going to make it. He's going to. And he made it all the way over there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and then you go over here and you see like there's a story about this. So I like to watch. There he is. He's 25 years old. I like to watch these things and do it the old news van's voice.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Lindbergh across the Spirit of St. Louis.
There he is, driving into St. Louis.
You can do this all day long. They caught him the Flying Fool taking off on the runway in New York City, heading over to Paris.
As he climbs his plane, you can see he almost hits a telephone wire.
That stuff, man. If I ever go back in news, I'm going to do news just like that. In today's news for you, what's going on in Wilson County?
As he climbs into the St. Louis. What did he say?
Oh, God. All right, let's check our stock. We need to get a sounder for that at some point.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
You can add that to the 47 things you do every hour.
Okay.
But it says Marble. Oh, we're down 2%.
Oh, no.
How much did we lose yesterday? $1.41.
Oh.
So for the week, we're up $4.80.
That's detrimental to those who know.
It is $4.80. That's all we got there. Is our guest logged on yet? No. Okay, good. If you don't see this nonsense, we move on down. Said, move on down the road. That's where Predators extended Coach John Hines and assistants through another 2 years. Do you know that Hines is part of the Hines catch-up family?
No way.
He's not. I just made that up.
Oh, you could have got me though.
Yeah. These guys having a good time back here. And look, looks like this guy is trying to give him the beer.
It is. He's
Hines
like,
got
no.
his mouth open. He's getting the beer.
He's like, give me that.
This guy here is like, you better not do it. The guy's like, I'm not looking at that.
Is this golf?
I'm not looking at that. I'm looking away from that.
He's got the master jacket on. That's why I said that.
And then there he goes. So just look at Hines drinking behind. Got a guy giving him a beer behind the scenes.
He's like, line change, drink.
Hey, our buddy Tyler Palmentier with the story about DCA softball reaching the Division IIA semifinals. Bailey Shepard pitched a doubleheader in softball. You know, you can pitch. You know, people ask, why can the girls pitch so long in softball?
Yeah.
You know that?
No, I don't know why that.
Because your natural rotation of your arm is the way you throw a softball.
Is it?
So you could do that a billion times. And evidently doesn't hurt your arm.
Wow.
Now, if you go over the top like a baseball pitcher,
right,
that is against how the flow of your arm goes. So if you how all that it works out. I'm not a doctor. I play one of mornings on Main Street. But I'm just telling you, man, that's how it goes.
No, I mean, you got me. I'm going to start pitching underhanded now.
Yeah. So look how much Bailey Shepard pitched. She pitched 14 with the distance, throwing all 14 innings in a doubleheader.
13-4,
2 games.
9-3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Good for her.
I can't even stand up that long.
Yeah, what the heck?
Well done, Bailey. Nice story, Tyler.
Yeah, nice job, Tyler.
I would like to see Bailey strike you out.
And I know
I bet you can't even foul one off of her.
My buddy Michael Camp, who you know, just got engaged to.
Hey, congratulations!
Yeah. A softball coach for UTC, and she used to be a softball pitcher for UT. and 3 out of the 4. She won 3 out of the 4 championships she was there. And so I saw her throw this curveball.
Right.
And it literally looked like it was going 100 miles an hour and stopped in the midair and dropped.
Well, and she's also only 40 feet away because that mound is closer than a baseball mound.
Exactly. I mean, I seemed so silly.
What if that would have hit you in the left thigh? Would you have fallen down?
Well, I would have been like, you don't even know how to pitch. And then like struggled off.
I
don't even know what game this is.
You charge the mound, and Michael Camp stops you, and y'all get into a fight. It's just a big
thing. She beat me up so bad.
Here's a story about Nick Saban and Jimbo. This is a huge story because Saban opened his mouth and falsely accused Texas A&M of buying players, and Deion Sanders of buying players. Saban really messed up here. It's a huge story. And we'll talk to Johnny Franks at 7:30, but I booted. Yeah, we'll get all that going on there. The rodeo started. You going to the rodeo this weekend?
I am. I hog tie.
Well done, man. Look at this. We do our cooking segment each week. Impress your brunch guests with these dishes. Here's a problem I got with that. Nobody's coming to my house.
Yeah, and I couldn't.
I'll go to your house and eat your food. You're not coming to my house.
Not going to go to JoJo's brunch.
Just stay away from my house. Don't come. Chef Chris can come over, but you guys can't.
Right.
All right, Taurus, your birthday was yesterday, so let's see the horoscope the day after.
Let's see.
It's up to you to make things happen. Don't sit around waiting for someone to step in and take over. Consider, in turn, what makes you happy.
Okay.
And implement a schedule that offers peace of mind. Follow your heart, and the doors to Kroger will open.
Okay, Roger.
Don't sit around doing nothing.
I won't.
You got 5 stars. We haven't read 5 stars yet.
Ooh. Does it say right the newsletter?
5 stars. Nothing can stop you. Go for gold.
Bet. That's a bet.
Nothing can stop you.
All right, I'm doing it.
So tonight you're going to go for gold at the zoo, man. You're going to go out there and have a good time.
You're right. And I was going to go to Nashville and try to win, but there's no winners.
It's not a race.
Yeah.
It's just for fun. Time for Comic Strip Team. Where's our guest for the next segment?
I don't know. They're not here.
Hey, Amy.
Send it to her twice.
I'm going to text her right now and see what's going on. Hey, what are you up to, man?
Hey, not much,
man. Weekend ahead of you?
Yeah, knocked an hour off. I'm just a little, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm fine. 27 never looks better on me.
Did it not? So did I send you the right link for Amy?
Let's see. I sent it to Amy at truerescue.org.
That's it, truerescue.org. And then we got this right here, too. So, all right, I just texted her to go on there and get on there. All right, let's see what we got here, buddy. Ready? Let's go with Dagwood has gotten in trouble. Blondie cartoon. The boss is yelling at him. So we'll do this.
Okay.
I'll do the voice of, let me see what I can do today. I'll go back to Walter Cronkite, and you're going to be?
I'll do Elmo.
Okay, here we go. We'll just take turns reading the box.
Okay.
3, 2, 3, 2. Boy, Dagwood's really getting an earful.
Oh, say?
You okay, Dag?
Yeah, thanks to this new miracle product.
What product?
I'd like a pair of
Go top.
Oh, yeah. My new boss canceling earbuds.
I'd like a pair of those.
Oh, me too.
That's just awful. I'm sorry.
I did more of a Mickey Mouse.
First off, why? Look at him jumping up and bosses don't berate employees like that anymore.
No, they take them.
Right
yeah,
now, we work for a very good boss who would never do this to us. So we're good. We're good, right?
Exactly.
And I'm thinking this is you and this is me because he's bald and he's overweight. He's got big feet. So who is he screaming at?
You're so much taller than I am.
That's right. I'm slouching. And then he comes out smiling.
Oh, he's pumped about it.
Yeah. And I'm all quizzical, like, what do you have here? What are these earbuds? You're yawning again.
I'm sorry. I don't even notice when I'm doing it. I'm sorry.
Why are you yawning at me, man? Where's our next guest? Where's Amy? Where are you?
We can show traffic.
Let's see. We might want more to do this. It was wait for Amy to log on. Amy, we talked yesterday. Amy, we talked a lot yesterday about you coming on the show.
Hey, there she is.
Okay, one more real quick. Okay. I've been working on a Morgan Freeman voice. I get so nervous. You kids have Andy Dufresne. I can't.
I think today is the day.
No, I don't know. I'll do Bobcat Goldthwait again. You kids have fun tonight.
And remember, it's a limited time offer.
Hannibal Lecter goes.
Wait, that was you again.
Hannibal Lecter goes. What did he mean by that?
I'm having a friend over for dinner.
I'm having an old friend.
Oh, he likes to remind me about my Now, if you don't like that.
Oh, my Lord. That's fantastic. All right, man, let's take a break. Amy, and I hope I got her last name right. Simsick from True Rescue is going to join us. They're having a Whisker Walks 5K in Mount Juliet tomorrow. You know how we love rescue organizations on the show. We love helping them out. So Amy's now logged on. We'll join Amy. Will join us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street. All right. I need you to hold the fort for 1 second. Tell everybody, tell everybody about yourself.
It's my birthday today. Oh, you got me some balloons! Oh, look at this.
Birthday, yeah!
This is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
You got your card?
Oh, dude, what? Thank you.
I went all the way across town to bring him a cake.
Oh,
happy birthday, intern.
Thank you, buddy.
Raptors landing at Montgomery Bell State Park. Now, I saw Jurassic Park.
Yes.
This doesn't end well. Happy birthday, intern. Pop in there and say hi to everybody.
All right.
Where are you? There you go. How old are we today?
We're 27.
Yeah, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man.
Look where you were 2 years ago. Living in hostel houses down in Key West. Now, part of an award-winning show, and TV Guide calls you one of the top 10 rising faces of 2022.
While federal coverage is really important, often I really think that a lot of the decisions that are going to impact you most are made at the local level. Like where's the stop signs going to go? What's your speed limit going to be? How much you're going to pay in property taxes? We talked about that a lot. And how much funding the schools are going to get. Zoning decisions that are going to impact, which developers can come in and change the neighborhoods and grow the city. And all those decisions are going to be made at the local level.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street, my friends. Be a fantastic Friday, May 20, 2022. All right, cool event happening tomorrow in Mount Juliet, benefiting a great rescue organization called True Rescue. Let's bring in Amy Simsick with the organization. Amy, did I pronounce that correctly?
You did. That's wonderful.
Oh, how are you?
I'm good. I'm
Tell us about
eating breakfast.
It was nice. Tell us about True Rescue and what you guys do over there.
Yeah, so we're about 2 years old. We started as a wanting to equally help dogs and cats, and we grew very, very fast once we realized that the real need was for cats and kittens in our community and the surrounding areas. So we moved into a 7,000 square foot building last year, actually late last year, and we've dedicated the entire building to house homeless cats and kittens, and all of our dogs and puppies we do out of foster homes. So we've amassed quite the following, and we're trying to add on a spay-neuter clinic this year to further help the community get low-cost spay-neuter and low-cost wellness checks for their pets.
God bless you for what you're doing, Amy.
And we're in the throes of kitten season, so I'm never without a kitten attached to my hip.
So what's the name of the kitten you got there with you right now?
This is little Stanley. He came from a litter that was found out in some woods, And he just wasn't thriving. We have the rest of the litter on another mama kitty, so
Amy,
he's giving it extra boost.
My middle name is Stanley, so you just got me with that cat.
Oh no. He's dancing to yours.
Oh, you know what? I tell people I love, like, why do you like cats? You know what? Because cats don't like us. They just like to do their own thing and have a good time. Cats are wonderful.
Well, that's why we're calling it a whisker walk, because we said, cats just kind of saunter. They're not going to be asked to run. So we're just kind of going to walk around for on a 5K walk. So.
That's great. So yeah, the Whisker Walk tomorrow is and Charlie Daniels. If people want to sign up for this, how would they do this?
They can go directly to our Facebook page. They can go to our website at truerescue.org. You can actually come the day of the event at 8:00 in the morning and sign up on site. We do give away T-shirts to our walkers, but it's on a limited supply now, so we can't guarantee the sizes or anything like that at this late point, but we're going to have some vendors out there, some music. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And it starts at 8:30, but get there about 8 if you haven't signed up yet, roughly?
That's correct. Yep.
And do all that. How many cats do you guys have at any given time?
Well, right now we have close to 350. We have about over 150 in foster, and roughly 180 at the shelter right now. So it is a lot. We're housing more than any other rescue. We're kind of the go-to now for the cats and kittens.
All right, you guys, it's True Rescue located in Mount Juliet. Again, the website, truerescue.org, that goes there. Amy, why? I know we love cats and dogs. Why did you feel the need to pick up this cause in the way you've done?
Well, what we're finding is cats still kind of get a bad deal. They're still treated pretty roughly in a lot of areas, and really just considered varmints in a lot of these communities. So we're really trying to educate the public and let them know that these are actually domesticated animals. They don't choose to be outside. They don't choose their life. We've got to try to help them and protect them. And we're trying to set a standard for the community and offer the help so that they can help as well, because this is a community problem. But these kitties, once they're indoors and safe, which we've proven time and time again, they are happy. They don't want to go outdoors. Some of them do, but our shelter houses these cats in a cage-free communal environment. So we dedicate 15 different rooms to house different age cats and kittens, and our adopters can come out and really see for themselves what these cats are like in a house environment. We set these rooms up to where it's like a room of your home, and they really know what they're getting. So our adoption rate is really high because of this. So we keep telling people, if we can keep these adoption numbers up, we can keep going and saving more, because one adoption frees up one space at our shelter. So
when are you sometimes overwhelmed at the great support you get from the community?
I have been and continue to be just incredibly overwhelmed. I never dreamed that there would be so much support for a rescue that has a big heart for cats and kittens. And again, I don't want to rule out the dogs, because we do a lot with rehoming dogs, and there's a big crisis with that right now. But we really and truly, that it's been an outpouring of support. It's just people stopping by with donations. We have volunteers around the clock that help out at the shelter, because there's a huge amount of care that needs to be taken there. Our fosters have stepped up. Like I said, we have at least something like 25 to 30 nursing mama cats out in fosters right now.
Oh.
And they keep stepping up. Every time we put a plea for help for anything, we get it.
Well, that's again, I tell people we live in a wonderful community. A lot of that's because of the passion that you and your staff at True Rescue have for our animals around. All right, there's information on the screen. Whisker Walk tomorrow. Go to the Facebook page. Go to the website. Information's there. I'm going to try to get out there tomorrow, Amy. We have a late night tonight. I know no excuses. I'm sorry. So we're going to try to get out there tomorrow and take part in the event. And help get the good word about what you guys do at True Rescue, because I think people need to know your mission and what you guys are doing. So, Amy, it's early morning. Thank you for doing this. God bless you.
We will have an adoption event after the race. So if you can't make the race, we're doing tours and having an adoption event at our actual shelter.
Beautiful. That's great, Amy. Hey, thank you so much. You got my number. If you never need anything, please reach out to me, okay?
Thank you so much, Joe. I appreciate it.
You bet. Amy Simsick with True Rescue, the website truerescue.org, having a Whisker Walk 5K tomorrow. Again, if you're looking for something to do tomorrow, there's 5Ks going all the time. Go out and support True Rescue for the great work they're doing. All right, we'll come back. We're talking about this huge story with Nick Saban. It's a national story. There's also a lot of local things that are going on with this story, too, as well. Our good friend Johnny Franks is going to join us. He's going to break it all down for us. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to Main Street Nashville. Our newly launched e-edition allows you to read our paper online from anywhere in the world. You are in control of how and when you read or listen. Subscribers can access our e-edition online at mainstreet-nashville.com or on a smartphone or tablet using our Main Street Nashville app. In a browser, today's and all previous issues are available at the click of a button. Main Street Nashville is fully responsive. Click and drag your cursor to move the paper left and right. To see photos and text at a larger scale, double-click on a page. Clicking Print will allow you to print an article or crossword at your convenience. View photo galleries and videos by clicking the icon on an image. Click play on videos once the screen appears. Main Street Nashville's e-edition is a simple, new way to interact with and consume news. Access the full e-edition of Main Street Nashville on your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Read whatever you want, whenever you want. If you have any questions, we're here to help. Call us at 615-527-4104 or email us at news@mainstreetnash.com.
Cool.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Good to have you guys with us today. All right, so we're going to pull this story up here just 1 second before we bring our guest on, because I'm going to pull from Main Street Nashville today, the paper that we're going to show you what we're about to talk about with Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher. This is a big deal. Whether you like sports or not, this is a big deal. It's changing the landscape of college football and the way things are going on right now. And so here's the story. We're done. Texas A&M's Fisher fires back at narcissistic Nick Saban. All that's going on. All right, let's bring in our guest, Johnny Franks, right now to talk more about this. Johnny's a long-time sports guy in Nashville and Huntsville and a good friend of mine. Hey, Johnny, how are you, buddy?
Good morning, Joe.
You sound great, man. How are you?
Thumbs are up. Hey, look, really, really good. Very interesting story this week. I mean, this is the talking season, and boy, a lot of talking going on.
All right, take us from Nick Saban goes to event the other night, runs his mouth, accuses Texas A&M and Deion Sanders of paying players. And look, this goes down and affects like Tennessee and Vanderbilt. This affects all of college football, what Nick Saban was doing, and talk about how they're buying players. Take it from there, Johnny.
Well, Big Joe, you played football at high school, right? And so say I want you to wear certain colors like the maroon and white. And I say, hey, Big Joe, I will be glad to have you endorse my company as long as you play football for the maroon and white. I'll give you $600,000 a year to come play football. Now, if you don't want to represent my company wearing those colors, then I will turn my attention elsewhere. And that's what we're talking about. I mean, you think about programs that can afford to have boosters to provide their student athletes with money, with the in their name, image, and likeness. I think about USC. I think about Texas A&M. I think about Texas. I mean, this is the direction we're heading. We're less than a year into the NIL, but this is the direction we're heading as far as college football.
So was Nick Saban correct? I mean, Jimbo Fisher fires back and says, you're lying. I mean, so what's the deal here?
Well, technically, Jimbo, this is where you play with the words. Not, did Jimbo Fisher make sure that these things were arranged? No. But did he tell individuals with money that this is what we need to get these players, the 20 players in the top 150 in the country, to commit to our program? We need them to have sizable amounts of money in their pockets if they're going to play football with us, if they're going to commit to us. And so not incorrect as far as Nick Saban, as far as from a word standpoint, but Jimbo Fisher technically did not do anything. But with regards to now Jimbo Fisher throwing Nick Saban under the bus, talking about basically, I know where the ghosts are hidden and all the bones are hidden. This is horse racing season, right? So I go back to a Belmont race in 1973. You remember that one. That's when Secretariat is pulling away and wins by 30 plus lengths. If we're talking about morals, ethics, and integrity, Nick Saban is Secretariat. Jimbo Fisher and some of these other coaches are just rounding the last turn.
All right. Was it fair that Nick Saban went after Deion Sanders? Deion Sanders responded back with a tweet and said, no, you're going to call me and I'm going to record this phone call. And then the player that Nick Saban accused of getting $1 million came out and said, what in the world is this guy talking about? So it was a bad day, Johnny, I think, for Nick Saban.
It's a bad day for Nick Saban. It's a bad day for college football because the reality is, I mean, look, it is happening and it's not under control. And that was the big problem, for so many months. The NCAA and these programs knew this was the direction we were heading, but did nothing about it, not being proactive, being reactive. And then all of a sudden the Supreme Court gets involved and it's like, oh, now what's going to happen? And look, I think in the next couple of years, there will be an effect where all of a sudden this tones down, because if I'm Corporation XYZ and I really got involved this first year and second year with a particular student athlete, but say that student athlete gets injured and they're not on the field, they're not representing my brand. So how many times will a company invest like this in one of these student athletes and all of a sudden they have nothing to show for it? All of a sudden they say, hey, I'm going to step back a little bit and not do this in the future. It'll be really interesting to see what happens in the next 2 to 5 years. But I will say this should be a concern, because how many states can really afford to support more than one program as far as these corporations with these student athletes? So, for example, in the state of Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Memphis, only one of these will be able to emerge. In the state of Alabama, I think either Alabama or Auburn will pull away from each other, and the other one will be one of the have-nots. The same thing can be said about these other states as well. I think that's the direction we're talking about. We're going to have a bigger gap than what we had before as far as the have and the have-nots.
Oh, man, that's terrible. We're talking to Johnny Ballpark Breaks. All right, Johnny, let me ask you this. So this affects, somebody said, well, how does this affect a school like Tennessee? Say Tennessee gets a good recruit, then Nick Saban can go out and say, well, the reason they got him is because they're paying him, all this exorbitant amount and they're doing this and that. And then Tennessee's got to go out and defend this kid. It's just, I don't see how this ends.
Well, hear what Lane Kiffin said. I was at SEC Media Days last year when Lane Kiffin, when he was addressing the media, he heard for the first time that Bryce Young, who had yet to take a snap as far as a starting QB at Alabama, was already getting close to the $1 million mark. And it took him back so far to the point where even a couple of questions later, he was saying, look, I'm still having a tough time wrapping my arms around the fact that Bryce Young has almost got $1 million in commitments as far as the NIL, which means he understands that Ole Miss, Mississippi State, programs like that in the state of Mississippi will not be able to keep up with the Texas A&Ms of the world.
There's already a gap anyway between the good and the bad as far as programs go. Now it's going to be, you look, I like Clark Lee at Vanderbilt, but how are they going to compete against Texas A&M and this and that? It's going to be difficult.
Well, I was thinking about that, and it's funny you bring this up because Vanderbilt, if they really wanted to commit to athletics and be that, they've got the backing, they've got the money. The question will be, do they want their money to be there or into their educational programs?
What about a school, not a Power 5 like an MTSU? They know the game, I guess, the American Athletic Conferences, the Conference USA, the Sun Belt. I guess they know. They've been dealing with this for years, though, right? Even under the table, kind of.
I will say this. I go back. I was doing a deep dive into the draft picks of the 1970s, and I was curious to see how integration impacted the HBCUs. Here was the thing. 10 years in, it wasn't integration causing the decline of football for the HBCUs, because at that point, nothing had been impacted. Tennessee State was still averaging 6 draft picks a year 10 years into integration. What changed was in 1982, when before a school like an Alabama or USC could only be on television in the regular season 5 times in a 2-year period of time. After 82, you could be on as many times as you wanted. And that's when we started seeing a gap between the teams with brands and the ones with not. I think this is something very similar with regards to an MTSU. It's great that you'll be having football, but they were already having trouble as far as on weekends with, here we have college students, even boosters of MTSU, making the trip to Knoxville to see Tennessee play.
Good point. Johnny Franks, man, you know it. I appreciate your time, brother. We'll have you on here in the future, talk more about this because this story's not going anywhere. Johnny, thank you, brother.
Pleasure is mine. Have a great weekend.
All right, Johnny Ballpark Franks, tell us what's happening there. All right, take a break, come back. Alan Bell is going to join us. Best part of the week, man. Friday and Alan Bell. Come on. That's next.
We love nighttime at the zoo. It is just such a different atmosphere, such a whole different vibe with your friends and family. And we have night visions that started last week, and it will be here till the end of July. And night visions, we describe it as a mind-bending, dreamlike experience. It's kind of you're experiencing different light shows paired with unique music and just something like you've never seen before. Most of our animals are in their nighttime quarters and they're sleeping for the evening. However, we do have our flamingos that will be out for the duration of the event, the entire time it's running. And we also have our Unseen New World exhibit, which is home to our reptiles, amphibians, some mammals that will be open about an hour into the time of night visions. We start about 7:15, 7:30, and it ends about 10:30, but it will get even later into July. We'll stay open until about 11:30. We do have adult beverages. We have beverage carts along the path as guests are strolling, checking out all those cool night shows, our night scenes. You can get beer, margarita, and some seltzers and just have a good time. We have our food carts open, available for snacks like pretzels and popcorn, and we do have our dining options available as well. So admission to Night Visions is $19 for kiddos and $23 for teens and adults.
Show mornings on Main Street. Yeah, thank you, Johnny Ballpark, for joining us. crazy. Johnny Ballpark looks a lot like Nick Saban and Jimbo Fisher if they had a kid. All right, let's bring in our good friend Alan Bell with us this morning. Alan, how are you, pal?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. First off, Johnny Ballpark Franks is the best. And second, we need more air horns and traffic view coverage right there. That's what we need.
Well, what's funny, I feel like Dwight Schrute running the board during the Dundies. You start pressing all these buttons and go left and right. What's happening? All right, so, hey look, do we have a horse race this weekend?
Yeah, we have the Preakness. The hard part is that we don't have a Triple Crown run, right? The horse that won the Kentucky Derby is not running in the Preakness. So whenever we have a non-Triple Crown entity, in the top 3 races, people just really don't care.
Let me ask you that. Are you at home or at work?
I'm at home. I'm about to be at work here in just a little bit.
Look at the paint job behind you. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I wish I could say that I did it. I had nothing to do with it whatsoever. But yeah, whoever did do it did a great job.
Did a great job. Hey, let me ask you this. Are we able to bet on college baseball?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you this, if you've never done it before, it's a very fun bet. They kind of keep it pretty standard. Not every book offers it. They will once we get to the postseason, which will be here in just a couple weeks. But, yep, you can absolutely do it. DraftKings is really, really good for it. BetMGM sometimes they'll put them up. FanDuel sometimes as well. DraftKings is really your best bet.
Reason I ask because this is a final weekend for a lot of conferences, and so the conference is already. If a team's already kind of sewn up a bid, they might throw a guy out there to pitch who is not very good. I mean, do we need to pay attention to that? Who they're going to put on the mound? If you're really into that, you do the research. I think you can win some money by thinking, all right, this weekend Team A is going to throw Alan Bell, who's 1-7 this year, and throw him out. You know what I'm saying? We can do that.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right. You're absolutely right. And especially, I'll give you the perfect example. Tennessee, okay, number 1 team in the country. They've won the SEC, regular season title. They're going to go into the SEC, championship, for that weekend, the next weekend. None of it matters, right? Like nothing of it matters whatsoever. So it's like, you're going to throw Dollander, to get him a start in because he's coming off of injury. Other than that, pretty much throwing bullpen, right? And your hitters, you're going to get some of your young guys in there. It's basically just going to be batting practice. So you're exactly right. Like, pay attention, know who the starters are, know who needs to get these wins to get into, regionals, coming the next week. It's the same thing as Sundays in Major League Baseball. That's when a lot of teams, kind of transition from one week to the other, and they'll give veterans a rest. You'll see kind of some funky lineups in there on Sunday, so be careful betting Major League Baseball on Sundays and be careful betting in these conference tournaments.
The PGA Championship's going on. This is how ignorant I am of life. I thought this was in July. Now it's in May. When did that happen?
Yeah. What? Gosh, 4 years ago.
Great.
Yeah. So yeah, we saw Rory McIlroy come out to an excellent start yesterday. Obviously, Tiger Woods garnered a ton of money coming into the tournament, as he always does. But it's kind of your same cast of characters that you have there at the top. So the fun thing about betting golf is that you could bet the winner, like you could bet a Rory or Justin Thomas, Schauffele, whoever that you want. But you could also bet day to day. And if you scroll down, you could take a look there and you'll see, you could bet, does Justin Thomas go bogey free, in the front 9 in the second round today. You can also, like you could bet, head to heads, like, who will have a better round, on Friday, Justin Thomas or Rory McIlroy or, Jordan Spieth or, whoever, right? Like, there's so many different ways to go about it.
I'm thinking that if you are the PGA and for TV and you see this, you got guys who are seeing if Justin Thomas is a bogey-free second round and you got a lot of money on this, you're watching this to see if Justin Thomas can go bogey-free. This is a win-win for advertisers, for coverage, and maybe for you.
Oh, yeah, big time, right? Like, yeah, absolutely. And, we've seen it. And I'll say this. The 2 smartest sports, all right, when we first entered COVID, okay, well, what was that, 2020, I guess? And, like all of sports had shut down there. The sports that really made it a point to come back, there were 3 of them: PGA Tour, NASCAR, and UFC. And all 3 of those, you are seeing monster rating increases, not only because of betting, but because of that as well, because fans got into it and said, look, these are the only sports that are on, so I'm going to watch them. I don't want to watch darts, right? Like, so they could watch these, and then they found out that they could bet on them as well, and people get hooked because it's so much fun. And forget the betting part. If some people, are morally for it, morally against it, I'm not there to argue that part. What I am saying is that it's fantastic that that we've got so many people that are figuring out that professional golf is fun. NASCAR is fun. Like all these other sports, like beyond football or maybe beyond basketball, like these sports are awesome too. So we're seeing it, and the ratings are going through the roof.
I was thinking about putting something on Justin Thomas, a bogey-free second round, putting a little scratch on that, and then it locked me out and got back open again. So yeah, I love the way this stuff moves in real time, Alan.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you this. If you're ever, kind of like on the run, say that you bet on a baseball game tonight, right? Like the Braves game, okay? But you're going to be out, like you and the wife or the husband or whoever, you're going to dinner or you're going shopping, whatever. And sometimes you'll pull up like the CBS Sports app or ESPN app that you're looking to kind of like keep track like as you walk around. Don't do that. Pull up your BetMGM app or your DraftKings app, whichever sportsbook that you use, because it'll be 15, 20 seconds faster in real time because they are right spot on with it. Trust me, they're not missing a second.
Oh, that's so cool. I would never done it, but now I'm going to do it because of you. All right, we have the NBA tonight. I know a lot of, again, their ratings have gone up like we've talked about because people are watching. This is a game tonight that starts at 8 o'clock. I probably would not watch, but the fact that if you put some money on it and you think Golden State's going to do it, you're watching, you're spending money. I mean, this is just taking off, Alan. I think it's taken off more than people had hoped and wanted because it's now become just massive.
Massive. It really has because there's so many ways to do it, right? And even if you don't want to bet the spread or the total, like you could bet player props, right? Like, and essentially that's like playing fantasy, but on steroids, right? Because you're doing it on a 1 day, 1 game, yeah, man. Like, so there's ways to go about it for everybody, and it's a blast. And it's not something that you have to put a ton of money down. Like, trust me, there's plenty of times, like I'm playing a game for $5, $10, $20, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like it's a long-term thing. Like you're not trying to, pay your house off in one night, one bet. Like that's not smart. You know what I mean? Like, but if you just have fun with it, yeah, it's a blast.
I would say the most ever won was about $800 on Gronk in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. It was like 3 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown. He had like 7 catches, 80 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I got so excited, Alan, that I won that I was like, this is an amazing feeling.
Yeah, it's a shot in the arm. Like it feels so good. Like, when you hit that win, it's awesome. And I bet with Gronk, like you hit it pretty quickly as well, right? So then you've got, say you hit that like the late second quarter. Well, the rest of the game, you're sitting there, you just feel like you're on cloud 9. It's the best thing in the world. I'm with you.
And I sat there on my app, and of course, I lost it the next day betting other stuff. That's the fact that I won. All right, Alan, don't go anywhere. We got celebrity birthdays. Your knowledge is next level. I listen to gambling guys and wagering guys. Your knowledge is next level, and the way you break things down and explain it. So I just want to thank you for that. All right.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, don't go anywhere. Celebrity birthdays is next with Alan Bell right here. Mornings on Main Street. welcome back. Time for Celebrity Birthdays, brought to you by friends at Donaldson Cafe and Catering. Today, fried shrimp. Stop by and see Chef Kevin and Mark at Donaldson Cafe and Catering. All right, boys, let's do this. Alan, I need you to do a good run. Intern still being cocky, so
we got me last time.
Knock him down. All right, Alan, up first. How old is Cher?
Oh gosh, 73.
I'm gonna go 67.
76.
Oh!
But if you would have said 30, that was acceptable because that's how old most of her body parts are.
Honestly.
TV personality Ted Allen. You ever heard of this guy?
Yeah.
TA.
49.
Let's go 54.
57. Oh, let's go. Timothy Olyphant, actor. He looks like he was in the guy that was in Die Hard #4.
What he looks like, or he was?
He was in The Office when Michael Scott hired him. He's the good-looking sales guy that went out with Pam.
48.
Let's go 53.
54.
Oh!
He looks way younger than that. All right, you're up 1-0. Alan, Busta Rhymes.
Ooh, 47.
Let's go. I'm gonna go 56.
He's 50. Alan, you've missed 3 by 1 year.
I know. It's just not my day today.
No, we got time, brother. We'll get this going on. Who else? You never heard of her? From SCTV, actor Dave Thomas, not the Wendy's owner, the actor.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a hero of mine. 53.
Let's go 57.
74.
Oh,
guitar player Jane Weedland of the Go-Go's.
69.
Let's go 67. Sorry.
64.
Price is Righted you there.
Actor Bronson Pinchot of Perfect Strangers. He was in Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 67.
Let's go 73.
63.
Oh.
Actor Tony Goldwyn. How old is he? He was the bad guy in the movie Ghost.
71.
Ooh, bad guy in the. I don't know if I. Oh, the Ghost with Roadhouse, isn't it?
Patrick Swayze. Just answer the question.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure I got it right. Let's go 71.
62. Natalie, actress Mindy Cohn from Facts of Life.
72.
61.
56.
We're horrible
today. You got to get this one to tie, all right? Here we go. Country singer John Party.
52.
Let's go 46.
He's 37. Alan got one. It was a Greg Maddux game. You got shut out 1-0.
It was terrible. Hey, I'll tell you this. Can I leave you on a nugget here?
Yeah.
All right. If anybody's betting the Celtics and the Heat this weekend, okay? They've now played 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals in the last 3 years. All 7 games have hit the over.
Oh, Alan Bell on the way out with the 3-pointer. Nice. Thanks, brother.
See you, boys. Have a good weekend.
All right, Alan Bell, follow him on social media. If you're doing any kind of wagering or gambling, the intern and I do that. Follow him. He's fantastic. He breaks it down like he does on the show. So easy to understand because there's a lot of mumbo jumbo out there that's happening, and Alan's the best. You're the best too, intern.
Hey, thanks, man. I tried to find his little ticker here for you, but
that's okay.
I couldn't find it. So
you won 1-0 birthdays.
I did, yes.
Possibly the worst, but yet best game we've done so far. Competitive of the awesomeness.
I agree. It was all messed up.
All right, man. Have a good weekend, Pumpkin.
Hey, thanks, man.
All right. Thank you all for watching another great Mornings on Main Street. We love that you view and hang out with us, and it's so cool. We try to bring you all the local positive stuff every single day on the show. Thank you. So if you make your way in the world today, be kind, be nice, smile, let people in traffic open doors, be kind, and remember this, friends. Remember this. Nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you Monday.